A very good morning to all our Sports Today family members. We are just about a day away from the start of the third Ashes Test at Leeds, but now the flare-up that has happened at Lord's continues to dominate the discourse. No one is speaking about the fact that Australia are 2-0 up after a good show at Lord's. England played some very poor cricket and that is the reason why they are down 2-0. But two major incidents have really dominated the build-up to Leeds. One, ad hoc we have spoken at length, we have spoken about the Johnny Bairstow stumping controversy. But no one has focused a lot on the Usman Khawaja incident that happened at the long room at Lord's. Now, shocking visuals have emerged that all the abuse, yes, you could hear the backdrop of cheats that is directed at the Australians from the MCC members, but there is plenty of abuse directed single-handedly only at Usman Khawaja. Now, there is no doubt about the fact that Khawaja was singled out, and it also exposes the same problem that has been plaguing England cricket and all kinds of British sports in the last couple of years. Now, whether the confrontation was racist in nature is not known. Let me clarify it yet again. The confrontation does not seem to be racist in the very first go, but it has exposed a very, very serious problem that is there. I'll be doing a special video as to why the Khawaja incident is yet another black mark when it comes to England cricket. And remember, it comes in the backdrop of a damning report that was written by one of the committees for equality in England. So, this is a very, very serious situation that is there. No wonder 3 members have been suspended pending an inquiry. The MCC has unreservedly apologized to the Australians. But Khawaja being singled out for abuse and the way how Khawaja confronted them, it showed that it was a very, very serious thing indeed. And you could hear, yes, the cheats thing was as usual MCC delusion at that point in time. But this confrontation is far more serious, and the ramifications, the British press might try to hide it, but it will expose the fact that although this incident is not a one-off, it has happened in the past, it will continue to happen. Lord's, the home of cricket, is not even immune to these kind of things. So stay tuned for that special video that I'll be doing in a short while. More on the Johnny Bairstow stumping incident. We have all said that Australia did nothing wrong. We have also shown the fact that yes, Johnny Bairstow tried a similar thing to Marnus Labuschagne. But did you remember that Johnny Bairstow tried a similar thing to Travis Head, not at Lord's, but at Edgbaston? And Travis Head, in one of the podcasts that he was speaking to, he said that yes, Johnny Bairstow did try to run me out at the end of the over. Travis Head at Edgbaston. So, Travis Head in a banter, he said, would you have whipped the whales off? He quotes the exact thing that Johnny Bairstow said, bloody oath, I would have. So, Travis Head has exposed the hypocrisy that is there. Just because it does not suit England's narrative doesn't mean that it is not in the spirit of the game. England do not own the spirit of the game. Currently, they own one thing, that is the spirit of delusion. Because this latest incident only sums up the fact that England's thinking is convenient. It is convenient according to the rules, convenient according to the situation. It has never been holistic. So, Johnny Bairstow did try to run out Travis Head or stump him in Edgbaston. The thing was, Travis Head was in his crease. And Bairstow would have said, yes, I would have whipped the bails off. So, who is wrong? What is the spirit of cricket? Truth, there is nothing called as the spirit of cricket. More problems for Brendan McCullum. After the no beer incident that he said that I'm not going to have a beer with the Australians, a lot of footage has emerged on Brendan McCullum having a double face in the past. 2006, we had all spoken about how he ran out Muthaiya Muralidharan. Now, in 2009 Champions Trophy, England versus New Zealand, you will remember that Brendan McCullum had stumped Paul Collingwood. Remember, Collingwood had wandered out of the crease. McCullum flung the bails off, and that is how technically Collingwood was out. But Daniel Vittori, who was the captain of New Zealand at that time, he said that we would withdraw the appeal. because we were talking about the spirit of the game in a big way. And remember, a year prior to that, there was that ugly confrontation that happened at the Oval when Grant Elliott and Ryan Sidebottom collided with each other. At that time, Paul Collingwood did not withdraw the appeal. He was out. So Elliott had to go back, and New Zealand, the aggression that they showed after that, they won the match. They refused to shake hands with the England players because they were very incensed. After that, they decided to have a meeting, and then they decided to talk about the spirit of the game. At that time, Vittori was good enough to ensure that he withdrew the appeal, but New Zealand lost the match. So, at the end of the day, it all depends upon the captain whether he wants to withdraw it. He is not obliged to, he can if he wants to. Now, this is a legendary frame. I mean, Ajit Agarkar, we all know, congratulations to him for becoming the new chairman of selectors in the Indian cricket team. But before that, he had a very special lunch reunion with two very good friends, Sachin Tendulkar and Yuvraj Singh. And as you can see in this photo, all the wags have also accompanied their respective partners. I mean, here is Hazel Keech, and there is also Anjali Tendulkar there. So, it was a great reunion indeed. Ajit Agarkar now is the chairman of selectors, and we hope that he can bring back the good old days in Indian cricket, his transparency, the selection process. Remember, today is the selection for the 5-match T20I series against the West Indies. What will Ajit Agarkar's new decision be? Will it chart a new course in Indian cricket, or we will see something else? It remains to be seen. So stay tuned for the West Indies T20I selection that India will be making, and it will be the first major decision under Ajit Agarkar. When you are in Barbados, you cannot afford to meet greatness, because the Indian cricket team, when they were practicing at the Kensington Oval in Barbados, they met the original greatest all-rounder, Sir Garfield Sobers. Garfield Sobers with his wife, they came to the venue, and Rahul Dravid, the Indian head coach, he announced he allowed the Indian cricket players to meet him. Ashwin had a very special interaction with him. So did Shardul Thakur, so did Shubman Gill. All the players were in awe of Sir Garfield Sobers. I mean, we all say that Jack Callis is the modern great when it comes to the greatest all-rounders in cricket. But the benchmark, the original foundation of greatest all-rounders in cricket came from Sir Garfield Sobers. Keith Miller was also one of them, but no one had the numbers as Sir Garfield Sobers. It was a great moment. The BCCI have uploaded it on their official Twitter handles. You can check that out. All the Indian players, and even Rahul Dravid towards the end, had a fanboy moment with Sir Garfield Sobers. Well, there was a scary incident that happened with former India cricketer Praveen Kumars in Meerut, because he was driving and he suffered a big accident. But luckily, Praveen Kumars and his son have escaped unharmed in that. But there is going to be a lot of serious legal issues for the individual who was driving the car from the other end. Praveen Kumars's car has been totally damaged. It happened somewhere near civil lines in Meerut, and because of that now, luckily, Praveen Kumars has emerged unhurt with his son. So that's good news in that sense. Royalty galore at Wimbledon when we think about it. Look at this frame. Tennis royalty and the original British royalty, Kate Middleton and Roger Federer. If you look at it, it was a magnificent scenario, and seeing Federer back at centre court in Wimbledon was truly a magnificent feat. I mean, he watched the game that Andy Murray played, and Murray was full of praise for Roger Federer. And actually, during the course, before the start of the match, Roger Federer actually committed a slight error of judgment. There'll be a video up on that as to what happened prior to the game. It was a rather embarrassing moment for Federer, but he kind of made it up, and that's how this match was really, it was a treat for a lot of spectators, not just because of Andy Murray, but also because of Roger Federer. Congratulations to the Indian football team. After an epic SAF final, 1-1, they won 5-4 on penalties, and it was their third consecutive, if you look at it, major football trophy in the past couple of months. They had also won the ICC trophy, they had also won the SAF trophy, the Intercontinental Cup. Now they will be eyeing the King's Cup that will be played in Thailand, and it is redemption for a lot of Indian players. I mean, Sunil Chhetri, you look at it, and also all the other major stars. It is a truly coming of age for Indian football, because defeating the likes of higher ranked nations like Lebanon and Kuwait in a penalty shootout, that too consecutive penalty shootouts, is a true testament to their fitness and coming of age. So congratulations to the Indian football team. May they continue to scale the glory, and hopefully one day the impossible could be made possible. So that is about it in this edition of the Morning Wrap. We have got two major updates coming up. One, the Indian squad for the 5-match T20I series against the West Indies. That is going to come up soon. And then we are building up to the third Ashes test. Remember, whoever wins that, if Australia wins the Ashes in Leeds, they win it in England for the first time after 22 years. If England win, the series is well and truly alive heading into Old Trafford. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget, we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.